Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is your September 2024 love reading. We're going to look at singles in the first half of the reading. If you are open to love or if you have your eye on somebody, we will take a look and see what could be going on with you for the month of September. If you are in a partnership and experiencing issues, we will take a look at your energy or your person's energy to see what could be going on there. If anything does not resonate or fit into your world, please don't try to force it and leave it behind for somebody else that it does resonate with. Be sure to check your other placements to see if anything might resonate. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Pisces placements for the month of September 2024. Cross watchers are always welcome. Switch that energy around as needed. If you're interested in personal, private, one-on-one readings, all that information is in the description box of this video. You can book with me on my website, either for a reading or for mentorship, now offering mentorship. And if you need a live reading, that is a heavily discounted rate while live. Be sure to follow me everywhere that you're available to catch me live so that I might be able to get you hooked up with a questions answered, a couple questions answered. It is a quick, convenient way, heavily discounted, very convenient, very fun as well. I like those live readings. They're a lot of fun. All right, kiddos, let's go ahead and take a look and see what could be going on for September 2024 Pisces placements. Again, check your other placements if anything does not resonate with you during this reading. Leave it behind for those it does resonate with and take for you what does. All right, singles, open to partnership, or if you've got your eye on somebody, what's going on here? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, singles. Okay, we've got the Magician. Six of Swords is trying to come out there. We will leave that in. So the Magician, manifesting, creating new opportunities. We have the Ace of Cups, Four of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Cups, King of Cups. Hello, emotional outpouring here. I feel like you're open to the opportunity of love. For some of you, you've manifested some sort of new opportunity, and this is your chance to really create something that you do want. And I think that you're taking your time to make sure that it is the correct thing before you go all in with that King of Cups. This is a very emotionally available person. This is either you or the person that you're interested in. They are absolutely single, but I don't feel like they're in a really big hurry. Either one or both of you is not in a really big hurry to move super fast with this. This doesn't feel fast. This feels very careful. This feels like it's done through the energy of wanting to make sure that it is long lasting. I will show you here. Both of these individuals have their arms crossed over their hearts, so they are not really open to emotionally giving of themselves all of the way, but they are definitely curious here to see where things go. There's a lot of interest here. There's a lot of hope for this being what they feel like it could be. I can't help but notice all of these cups. There's just cups upon cups upon cups. So this feels very healthy, feels very lovingly intended without a lot of toxic attachment to it. So what crosses or complements, as I just pulled the double, what crosses or complements? Okay. Yeah, Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Death card, Tower, Six of Wands. So you've gotten over something pretty horrific. Could have successfully done the work to detach from this so that you are very ready. You're ready to date. I feel like you took your time to learn a lot about what you went through so that it wasn't in vain before you decided to put yourself back out there. Healthy. Could be dealing with a Scorpio for some of you, or Sagittarius. So you're, again, taking your time before you roll the dice with anything. That Wheel of Fortune is a soulmate energy, but it's also about taking a risk and seeing what happens here. Let's see. This, again, it just feels very healthy because it doesn't feel like you're, you know, going at this with a very unrealistic approach. It doesn't feel very, you know, fantastical with this dreamy, over the top, not really realistic approach, right? You're taking your time, and I feel like you're very good with taking your time with all of those cups out there, all of the swords. I was seeing the King of Swords kept coming up at the bottom. The Four of Swords is, you know, a very decided energy about thinking things through, being very careful to think about this, not just rushing into anything, but not turning your back on opportunity when it presents itself because of what you've learned, how you've grown here, your hopes about what could come through. What is the best that can be achieved? The best that can be achieved for Pisces. Okay. All right, we've got the Two of Pentacles reversed and then the Seven of Cups sideways. So again, you're really trying to make sure that this is done the correct way. Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Four of Wands, the exact correct way. Seven of Pentacles again with the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, as I always say, are very single person, independent thinking individuals, right? You're not really codependent at all. This is not this dire need to have a relationship. You're excited about the potential of something that has presented itself, but you're not going to rush. You're going to take your time and make sure that this is worth the investment because of the work that you've done. That Death card with the Tower card, this last thing pretty much shook you to the core. And this was something that you really took your time to make sure that you understood correctly, that you processed very carefully, that you were very clear about what needed to happen moving forward. The Justice and the King of Cups coming out here. Okay. What is the foundation? What is the heart of the matter of the month? What's the heart of the matter? Eight of Pentacles. You learned a lot. Learned a lot. You got really balanced. There's that Tower again. Did the hard work. Learned so freaking much. And you dedicated and committed yourself into really focusing on having this awakening. I feel like you've done a lot to heal yourself over some very toxic behaviors here. You've really uncovered a lot of information. This just feels like you really got a good handle on seeing somebody for who they are now. I feel like this kind of, you know, every time we come out of a connection, every time we come out of a relationship, I feel like we get a little bit better. We get a little bit better. We get a little bit more aware. We get a little bit more insight as to the human psyche, personalities, the behaviors, you know, the different types of relationships, the levels of people's availability during their healing journeys, right? I feel like you learn a lot. If you're, you know, you're here getting tarot readings, for crying out loud. So you're being spiritually guided. You're looking for this information. And I feel like this last time around gave you a lot of insight. So you're very, very committed to making sure that this is going to be on the level. This is going to be worth your investment. This is your standards way the hell up there. Way up there. What's that immediate past? What's that immediate past for Pisces? What's that immediate past for Pisces? Thank you. Two of Wands reverse, Ace of Pentacles reverse, lots of missed opportunities in the past, lots of heartbreak, lots of issues. I feel like you were trying your hardest to make things happen here with what little that you knew. and continually finding yourself in situations where it just wasn't it. You were choosing the incorrect paths. There was missed opportunities with a different direction, I feel. And instead of jumping all the way in, just right back into dating after the last connection, you focused on yourself. You worked on your healing. I feel like you weren't really open to a lot of offers or connections in the past due to something that you've just gone through in the very recent past. There's something here where it kind of struck you hard with that tower coming out a couple of times. This was this shaking to the core of something that you firmly believed, and it was this awakening where you now see something very, very clearly. And I feel like with that manifestation card, with that main card coming out, you're creating better opportunities here from some deep knowledge. The Magician is intelligent. They are so smart. The Page of Swords kept coming out a couple of times. The Eight of Pentacles. These are all knowledge-seeking individuals. These are all very, very intelligent people. They're no dummy. They don't just run out there and follow the crowd. They don't just go into the repeat patterns over and over again expecting different results, right? They kind of adjust, they learn, they figure things out. What's that immediate future for Pisces? Immediate future? That immediate future. Okay. That's too many, so I'm going to turn that. We do have the Strength card in the reverse. So there's still a lack of confidence in this new connection. I don't feel like you're quite there yet. You're taking your time to make sure that this is going to be a successful union before you give of yourself because of that past heartbreak. Six of Cups to the Three of Swords. There's a long wait. There's a long wait before you're investing the way you did before. That love, right? It's going to take a while before that comes out freely. This is something that you're very, very careful to protect. You're trying to protect it at all costs so that you don't keep repeating patterns. I've got Six of Cups, Six of Wands. Where did it go? Six of Pentacles. Yes, Six of Pentacles. And the sixes are about getting your attention. Okay, so your attention is alert. You're very aware now. So you're very, very aware of what works, what doesn't work, and you're taking your time to make sure that this successful union is going to be your focus before you give of yourself. That Page of Pentacles is a very slow build. That King of Pentacles that we pulled out earlier, that's somebody who is emotionally mature. So they're aware of the levels that seem very realistic versus the fantastical, right? Being confused, being overwhelmed, being, inundated with a lot of bad information as well from before. And it really kind of throwing off your focus, not really being able to create what you needed to be able to create. You were creating a lot of lessons is what you were doing. You were creating a lot of lessons. So this is good, though. This is good in that we need to figure this out. We have to be able to have these experiences so that we don't go into a connection in vain. It really helps you to build a very deep connection whenever you've experienced some pretty tough things and you do that deep, deep, deep dive into your healing journey and you turn yourself off from the world for a while. Assign yourself some alone time and, just think, figure things out, process in a healthy way, not in a blaming way. In a understanding way. You want to get to the bottom of things. Again, I'm just very, very, very impressed over the patience here, the level of intelligence that has been applied. And even though you're not quite confident yet in this connection, I feel like you're very confident in the fact that this is going to take a while. I've got friends coming out. You're wanting to build this in the correct way. You've got breakup, regret, addiction. Lots of codependency here. Toxic attachments. Could have dealt with a lot of addictions. Could have soothed yourself a lot through these painful issues. See, breakup, regret, ex-lover. There's just something very, very painful here. Very painful. Could be something to do with them getting involved with some friends. Could have to do with your friends. Could be, again, this is you wanting to go as slow as you possibly can. I've got text messages coming out here. That is a very slow way to introduce conversation. It's no place to stay because we do lose context there, but this is about direct messages, phone calls. There's a lot of communication happening here. A lot of communication so that you can figure out who somebody is. Truly figure out who somebody is. There's a lot of work and effort going into you figuring out this person. I've got surrender to divine intervention. So somebody here is allowing for the, I think, the more of this serendipitous type of union to happen. I feel like you're not really hunting for connection. This is you surrendering to the more organic, more authentic connections. This doesn't mean that, this means that you're not running out to all the websites. You're not jumping on a bunch of dating sites. You're not, going out. Have you seen the people who will, they'll go on and they'll do a live and they'll be like looking for a girlfriend, or they'll wear a t-shirt out and say single and available. And then they'll have their, what is it, the QR code for their Instagram. That is just, it's a form of advertising. You're basically a walking billboard at that point. But this is more about you surrendering to the supernatural, just allowing for spirit, for your guides, for your angels to illuminate a person to you. I just feel like there's a lot more validity in those type of connections versus you going out and hunting and seeking and trying to force something to happen. And so you're really coming to terms with this realization. There may have been an understanding that you have put way too much effort into trying to force something to happen in the past. So now you're doing things way differently moving forward. Way differently. This means that you're holding back, focusing on yourself. You're not going out there, pushing yourself on a bunch of people. You're allowing for it to happen organically, naturally. Okay. I ain't mad at it. I like it. Very healthy indeed, Pisces. I like it. Okay. So now let's look at if you are in a partnership or a connection and you're experiencing issues. We're going to take a look and see what could be going on with you and yours. So we're going to look and see here what could be happening. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus. Here we go. Temperance again, sideways. Okay. All right. 2 and 1. Okay. All right, Pisces having issues. Okay. Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Some of you could be leaning towards trying to focus on how to work together with your person. We've got the Nine of Wands, the Emperor, and the Page of Cups. So this is one more try. You could have gone through it with this person many, many times. Y'all could have been going at it for a while, and you're finally just starting to focus on being more empathetic, more apologetic, more kind, more loving, so that you can get further in this, in solving things and kind of let go of the fight. Ten of Wands. All right, let's see. What crosses or compliments? Crosses or compliments, Pisces. Crosses or compliments. Thank you. Ace of Swords. Okay. Speaking your truth quite clearly. Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles, King of Cups, Four of Swords. So you're thinking about things and being very emotionally guarded. There's a lot of success that you're focusing on with these truths here. And I feel like you're seeing quite clearly here. This is some sort of realization about how to have a successful conversation so that you are well received, so that your person can very clearly understand where you're coming from, so that you can be understood very clearly. Okay? So that you can be a very peaceful, loving, compassionate, focused energy here. And I feel like this is some sort of realization that you're wanting to fix things. You're wanting to work through some things. Some of you could finally be getting a truth that it's allowing you to be able to have a successful forward progression here. What is full card trying to come out? What is the best that can be achieved? Okay. Ten of Cups. Looks good. Looks very healthy. We've got the Nine of Wands, Page of Swords. Again with the Nine of Wands. Very protected, very guarded. Learning how to communicate with each other. Learning how to speak better towards one another. This is a lot of commitment and dedication to raising your standards, to being very kind towards one another. Very focused on working things out. You're very focused on working things out. Looks good. What is the heart of the reading? What is the heart of the matter? What's at the heart of the matter? What's at the heart of the matter? Heart of the matter. Let's go. What's at the heart of the matter? I think there's just so much love here. High Priestess. You may have received a lot of intuitive downloads. You could have finally seen somebody very clearly by looking at the bigger picture and figuring out what to not continue on fighting about, and to get more peaceful and more focused on loving each other, on being more solid, on rebuilding your home life, recreating things in a better fashion here. This is healthy. This just feels like there's some sort of spiritual message that was received. Maybe there was something that you saw that was almost as if it was divinely given to you, right? This is as if, you know, there's some sort of message from the divine, from your ancestors, from your loved ones that have crossed. There is something here pushing you to put a lot of effort into trying to work this out. And I tell you what, if you're really focused on being a more spiritually devout, available person, this is well received. And I feel like some of you may have communicated to a clergy person, to a spiritual guru, to a mentor, to a life coach, to somebody here that has helped to see about giving you some ideas on how to communicate better, on how to find your way back to one another. What's that immediate past? What's that immediate past? The Hierophant. Seven of Swords, Magician, Chariot, Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, Death card, Tower card. Yikes. So absolutely uncovered some lies. There's a very devout connection here. Forgiveness is required, and I feel like there's a heavy, intense focus on figuring out how to move forward from this. Some of you may be getting really, really defensive. Some of you may be met with a lot of defensiveness, which feels really combative, and so you're focusing on ending that chaos and that drama by overcoming things and getting really intensely focused on healing things, right? Things have been in a fight, and you're, I think, just kind of waking up. There's a spiritual awakening that you don't want to fight. You don't want to be involved in this in a very hateful, low vibrational way. You're trying to fix things. This feels more devoted, more committed, almost devout. I can't help but feel devout with these spiritual balanced energies here. The Hierophant, the High Priestess, I almost feel like this was, a spiritual connection originally, and you both have gotten off track, and you may have found your way back to each other through going back to this spiritually devout way of living. What is the immediate future? What's the immediate future? Okay, we've got the Hermit card, the Temperance card, Ace of Cups, Emperor card. So lots of major arcana, lots of intense focus here. I feel like you're definitely receiving spiritual guidance on this. This is something coming from somewhere spiritual. Somewhere spiritual. This is your angels, this is your guides, and it will not let up. It will not let up that this is something that you need to be focused on. You're clearly receiving these messages, and I feel like there's nothing letting up until you figure this out. Until you figure this out. There's so much spirituality out here. There's so much love out here. Love is of the divine, Love is of the divine, and I feel like you're definitely choosing a path forward. Interesting that all these sixes keep coming out. All these sixes keep coming out. They came out in the other one before. There's a lot of repetition happening here, but I'm seeing that you're choosing a path of healing. I feel like things in the past were way too hard, and you're seeing all of the chaotic energy that is surrounding the heartbreak, the heartache here, the pain, the suffering, the biting words, the harsh truths, this painful conversations that y'all both had. And I feel like you're committed to getting things more aligned. You're committed here to getting things back on track. Not bad at all. I would like to look at the Beach Time Soul. I also want to look, I think I want to also look at the, I keep looking at the Magic 8, so I'm going to pull that one also possibly. Let's see. That came up pretty quick. This is not really messing around. I feel like this is this divine message. You know this in your heart of hearts. This is something that you want, that you're going to fight for. And even if it doesn't work out, I feel like you're going to go down trying. You're at least going to go down trying. And I feel like there's some sort of a message here that won't let you not. This will not let you ignore it. This is coming in loud and clear. And this is some sort of a message that it's almost driving you crazy to try and ignore it or to think anything different. It almost like makes you a little bit unnerved. You feel very uneasy, almost sick to your stomach. I'm feeling for some of you. For others of you, it just feels wrong. It just feels like this is something you can't really get behind at all as far as parting ways. So you're going to try. No matter what, you're going to try. What else? What else can I tell Pisces for September? Pisces in a connection, experiencing issues. What else do they need to know for September? I feel like you guys are going to try and work things out. And I almost feel like you're going back to your spiritual roots. A lot of you. All right. What else can I tell Pisces? Thank you. Cupid's arrow. Having faith that love is coming, right? You know what you need to do as far as communicating this, right? Yeah, coffee cup. As far as communicating this correctly. Yep. Love call, ascending. My gosh, girl talk, hand of cards, the runner, Cupid's arrow. Oh my gosh. Yes, ma'am and sir. We've got truth. Clarity, right? There's some sort of obvious message here, and you're wanting to honor this connection. I feel like you're asking some of your people, you're asking to come together to have a conversation. They may have been very elusive in the past, kind of gambling with the connection by consistently running away from things, by listening to their ego, by having a fear of intimacy here. But I think that you're figuring out what has happened through your spiritual connection. This is you transcending obstacles, learning. These are new phases. You're preparing to come back into union with their person. This is a lot of talking, conversations, a very loving conversation here. Coffee cup, love call, girl talk. So much conversation coming in, and your main focus is working on it. Stopping these patterns, working on things, rebuilding. You definitely want to rebuild. You're persistent. This is you consistently hammering on this person that you want to try. You are committed. You're dedicated. You think very, very highly of this union, and you want commitment from them as well. You see eternity with them. You feel completion with them, and you're committed to having union. You're definitely committed to having union. Some of you might be trying to get them to come forward with some of your old tricks. Some of your old tricks to get them to listen to you, to pay attention to you. We've got heart with a key back here and keys on a ring. Look at all these keys. Keys, keys, keys. Key to your heart. The one. Some sort of a decision. Major decision here. This could be an unconventional decision that you've come to. Based on how you guys were before, I feel like you're kind of doing things a little bit more outlandish for some of you to get their attention. Things may have not been so readily received, so you're trying something a little bit over the top. That's for some of you. I just felt I'm going to draw this once. What's going on? Anything else? Anything else for Pisces? Reunion is coming. Yep. So wishy-washy is out here with this won't change. But we do have reunion sitting out here. So for some of you, if you have been in separation, or if you have not been able to communicate with your person, I feel like that is all coming to an end. Things have definitely shown to be very much having issues here with cold and distant, wishy-washy. Expect the unexpected, though. Expect the unexpected with this person. I feel like you have possibly expected that this won't change, but they may surprise you here within a couple of months. It may take a couple of months because you're dealing with two stubborn people. There is absolutely a tie here with past life love. But y'all have a lot of triggers. Y'all have a lot of triggers. Yeah, we've got expect the unexpected, expect an offer. Somebody here has been holding back, but this will definitely turn around. This will turn around. Some of you have a fear that this won't change, so there's been a distance between you. For others of you, your person feels like things won't change, so they're non-committal, running away. You know, if y'all have been through this many times before, they're just, it's going to take some doing to convince them to kind of come back around. The spiritual avenue is a really solid way to do things. It's better than just risking it or just trying to, you know, wing it on your own or coming back in as if nothing is different. You know, for some of you, you may not be a very spiritual person and you're being called to be so now. This may be different for your person, and they may feel a little reluctant to take you seriously or to hear you clearly, but I feel like there is a way that you're able to communicate this to your person to get them to see the light of day, to see where you're coming from, basically. So wow, that was a quick reading. 36 minutes. Easy peasy. All right. I'm not mad at it. The messages, sometimes they just come through quickly. So I like it. If you're interested in a personal private reading, if you would like to get more in depth to anything that did resonate with you, be sure to reach out on my website. All that information is in the description box of this video. Again, follow me on all my platforms. Hit that subscription button. The notification bell will let you know every single time I'm energetically called to bring you a reading or to go live. So you could catch me live to get your chance to get a heavily discounted rate or to ask me some questions, however the reading is going. So until next time, thank y'all so much. I hope you'll have a beautiful September, and I will see you next month. Until then, all the love, light, and abundance and positive vibes.